Hey guys, I'm sorry that I started my laundry before filming this video, but I just wanted to make sure that I actually filmed it, and I'm like in the mood right now, so I'm gonna listen to this and hope that it's not too bad. I wanted to talk about like my bullet journal spreads and like how I'm like buying books and my goals and like all that kind of stuff. I did not do a weekly update this week because I haven't finished anything. So I'm still reading all the same books that I was last week. So I just want to start. See, the problem is I should put like tabs in it. So this is my bullet journal. It's like a whatever. Y'all know. Term, whatever. It's got the dotted stuff. I like the dots best personally, and I just like put stickers on it as I get stickers, put them on there. So this is like my life journal, so I'm not going to show you guys every page. First of all, it's extremely boring because my life is boring. I do really like this part though, the future log, so you can like put your appointments and all kinds of stuff on the months that it's going to happen before it happens. So the second half of the year was not as exciting as the first half of the year, but like Jake and I had a bunch of musicals that we were going to go see, so I just put them on here. So then when I was making my monthly one, then I can put it in there. And I also really do like this part of the bullet journal too because my schedule is very variable. I did it's it's nice to be able to write everything down. And then I was putting like a to do and a TBR at the beginning of each month. I stopped doing that, but I would kind of like to get back to doing that again, especially like the TBR um, part. Maybe not necessarily the to do bit, but I really like having a little TBR so I can like physically cross things off when I read them. I enjoy crossing things off, as I assume most people do. Then, let me see. So the first thing that I started at the beginning of the year, I I just wanted to kind of like track how I was doing with the book read harder challenge around the world in 52 books, which is a group on Goodreads that does one challenge per week. So that's why it's around the world in 52 books. So it's one book per week, and then the Reading Women challenge. So I'm not going to show you the Reading Women challenge because on the other page I have like addresses, but I did not leave enough space for myself. So I am going to probably do this again once I start. This I still have a ton of space because I have no life, so like I don't really use this that much. So I'm gonna start the new year when it comes in this journal, and then put like all of my lists and all of my stuff kind of at the beginning of it. But I did run out of space, so I'm gonna have to write some of these, and I am not doing so great. Let's just be honest. There's no way I'm gonna finish any of the challenges, but it's still kind of fun. In a perfect world, I would assess how I'm doing at the beginning of August and then try to adapt my reading. But it's not a perfect world, so All right. So everything that you're gonna see from now on is basically like a total ripoff of other people. So the first thing that I have here, I think I stole from Harriet Rosie, and so that's I have my Goodreads goal here. So I kind of like my goal was 52, so I put black, like solid black lines around. I think next time I do this too, I'm gonna maybe like color code it like with genre. That sounds like fun, with like colored pencils. So each number is one book, so I can make like color code it depending on what the genre. I think that would be really fun. And then I like have dotted lined past my goal, and I'm still like coloring in. And then there's a book balance sheet where I've been keeping track of how many books I've read, how many books I've bought, how many books I've DNF'd, and the balance. And so that is what Harriet Rosie does. And then I've added to the page count because it's one thing to like read 6 small books and then buy 8 big books. You know what I'm saying? So I do kind of like keeping track of the pages that I'm adding to my shelves as well. I've crossed out July and August because I just forgot to write that stuff down. And if you're not keeping track, it's kind of hard to like go back. I do know that I did a good job in July though. I don't think I bought like any books. I think I only got my books from my like subscription boxes, and I did read quite a bit. So July was a great month. August was terrible because we went on vacation, so I bought a ton of books. But Oh, in September I did good. I have a negative balance. That's good. That's the first official negative balance. So that's pretty exciting, guys. I do really like both of these tracking tools. Then let me see. I probably should have like tabbed these things so I could find them easier. I'm pretty sure the next thing is some. I think I saw this on like. I think her name. It's like Okie Dokie Books or something like that. Okie Dokie Boki Okie. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to remember these people and like link their videos of their bullet journals if I can find them. If I remember. If not, I am so sorry to everyone that I've totally ripped off. But I'm admitting I stole all of this. All right, so she does a reading tracker and she does a TV tracker too, which I'm actually more interested in. I love the idea of this, so I just was writing the chapter numbers at first and then highlighting as I finished the chapter. And then I was like, I'm not really doing this. I was kind of just doing it after the fact. And so then I started, I just put circles, and each circle was supposed to represent 50 pages. I obviously did not do that because I finished these books quite a while ago. So I'm just not good at keeping track of that. I wish I were. Maybe if I like sat down each morning or each night. Maybe I'll try again next year, but I just can't be bothered at the moment. And I also stole from her this, where she would write. Basically, she was using her bullet journal. She said as like kind of a substitute for Goodreads, where she would write the book and then the star rating. She had a bunch, more information, but I'm not really that interested in tracking all of that. I do like the idea of having a list of all the books that I've read though. So I'm going to start this again. The problem is that I was already like at least 30 books in when this happened. And so I tried, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I started with like little squiggles, and then I was like, I can't really tell that that's a half star. So then I just started doing actual stars, and so that I would just make only half of a star if it was a half star. So I like that. And I'm going to do that for sure in 2019. And then, very exciting, is my Bookopoly spread, which is my favorite spread, but I don't think I'm going to like keep doing this. So the whole point of Bookopoly is to basically not buy any books and to read books off your shelves. And then, you get a certain amount of money in your book bank in order to buy books. And this is, Elena did this, and I know Jenny King is doing it too. And it's not that I don't like this, it's just that I kind of just don't want to not buy books. I've got a lot of lists of books that I want, so I'm going to start allowing myself to buy 2 books a month, one from a list that I keep of books that I want to buy or read, and then another from a list of books that I've heard of on BookTube that have sounded interesting. So I have like these massive lists, and I just like that they're just sitting there. So that makes me kind of sad. So I am going to buy books. I'm just not going to really like use this so much anymore, and then I'm just going to keep track of my my balance sheet, and my goal is to be negative each month next year. And so if I'm not reading that, I'm just going to have to like start. There are some books on my to read shelf that I feel like I'm not going to be into, so I'm just going to like start picking them up, giving them 50 pages, and ditching them if I'm not into them, because I can't, like, I want to be reducing the amount that I have, but I just don't feel like doing this so much anymore. I might continue doing it and just like have the money that I save up use for like library book sales or something, and just have that like be the budget that I can spend and not more. You know what I'm saying? Because it is ridiculous how much money I spent last time. And then the last like spread thing that I have is what I did for the 24 and 48, where I like color coded my reading and work and activity. So the red was work, blue was sleep. This like poopy color was the reading. I wish that I'd picked a prettier color for reading. I don't know what is wrong with me. And then I tried to do the booktubeathon, but I don't think I only like read one of those. So I actually really, really like this too. So that's what I'm saying. So I think for my next things that I'm going to do for next year is I'm definitely going to have my little boxes at the beginning. Sorry, this is like so unprofessional. I just don't know how to flip these dang pages. quicker. My lists of challenges and trying to complete the challenges, of course, and then this balance sheet I think is really nice. And then I might just keep doing the Bookopoly because it's like fun, but I don't really care so much about that. This I think is the most important, and I do want to start keeping track daily of like my page count daily and my step count daily. So I might do some kind of like chart or graph where I can instead of writing numbers, like color in kind of like, maybe like each little box is like 10 pages or something, since I rarely read more than 70 pages in a day, even though I would like to. So yeah, that was kind of, I don't know, how was that? How was that for you? Yeah, if you have any like spreads or anything that you like, let me know. I'm always interested in trying things out. I have always been the type of person that's like very uptight about things like this, like journals and coloring books. Like I want everything to be perfect. And I feel like with this, I'm starting to kind of like let go of that. I don't know if you notice there's a lot of like empty pages. Like if I start to do something I don't finish, or, I adjust partway through. That's kind of like helping me out a little bit, like to be less uptight about things like that, because it doesn't really matter. It's just paper, and the paper is here to help me. So how I use it is fine. And yeah, yeah, I guess that's all really. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.